Hey guys, so what we're doing today is looking at different finishes for the walnut cabinet project. So these are all going to be clear finishes. I have solvent-based products, water-based products, and oil-based, right? Each one of them will affect the walnut differently. Walnut likes to darken really easily. And for this project, what we're trying to do is keep the walnut lighter, keep it as flat as possible, and give it that mid-century modern type of look, right? The hardware that's going to go with this project is going to be all champagne. So we want to have a nice contrast, right? So what I've done is I've applied multiple finishes to different pieces, and I'm going to go and show you how that product affects the walnut, right? This is not to do any durability testing. This is not saying one is better than the other. This is goal here is to say, hey, if I have a project where I want to have a walnut cabinet or a table or a shelf or entertainment center, console, whatever you want to do, how is it going to look when I apply this finish? What's it going to do to the walnut, right? And that's what this does, right? And we're trying to go as natural as possible. So all these products are natural effect as best as possible. As they don't have tints or they don't have any stain built into them. They're all clear, and they all affect the walnut differently. So let's come around, and I'm going to go through and I'm going to show you all the different ones, and then you can see how they look. I have a lot of light in here, so you're going to get a lot of reflection, right? Which is what we want, right? We want to show that if it's got gloss. A lot of these products have what's called a 5 sheen, which is a dead flat, but quite a few of them are what's a flat finish, which is a 10 sheen, right? So let's go ahead and do that right now. So here, what you're looking at is an oil-based product. This is Rubio Monocoat. This is General Finishes Hard Wax Oil, right? There's a couple of samples in here that do have some tinting in it, right? You have some shellac in there to show you the color difference, but it offers a lot of shine, right? And then you have to the right of that is Woka's Diamond Active, which is actually a wood flooring product, but very durable product, and very, very beautiful what it comes out with. Then you come around here to the Danish oil, right? So this is Watco's Danish oil product, right? And here you can see how the Danish oil, it looks a little bit different than the other products, as this doesn't give it quite the definition, right? But it does still keep it nice and flat, right? Now we come over here to pre-cat lacquers, and this is something that's really interesting, right? So I have two different pre-cat lacquers. One of them, I don't know the name of it. The other one's the Exalta matte with pre-cat lacquer. And you can see they look beautiful, but they also have a lot of sheen on them, right? If I get low with it, you can see the sheen on these, right? No matter what, I couldn't get rid of that sheen off these different ones, right? And then I'm going to come over here to some polyurethanes. These are water-based polyurethanes made by Target Coatings, right? And this is their varnish, their conversion varnish, and then their polyurethane product. And they all look very, very similar, right? All of them look almost identical, but they offer different levels of protection and durability, right? But overall, beautiful products, right? Not much sheen. You can see it with and without the sealer. That's why you see the different colors, right? It's because I have it with and without sealer, right? And you see how it changes it. Now you have an acrylic product here, which is made by Mohawk, their Endura Green product. And you can see it doesn't have the definition. The walnut loses a lot of the definition with this product. I don't like this one at all, actually, personally. And then I'm going to come over here, right? So now here, what we have is the Target Coatings MCAP product, right? And this product looks stunningly beautiful, right? Great product to spray, and with and without the sealer, it looks great. Darkens it a little bit more than the other products though, right? So not quite as natural, right? Now, what's next to it is a product from a company called Fantastic Finishes here in California, and they OEM a Valcott Valcon, yeah. I'll get the exact name. But anyways, they OEM a product from Italy, and the one's a solvent-based and one's a water-based. And if you look at it, right, you can see the one on the right-hand side is the solvent-based. The one on the left-hand side is the water-based. The solvent-based is definitely darkening it more, right, than the water-based product. Not quite as natural. And then we come over here, right, to Gemini Finishes product. Now Gemini Finishes uses Circa products, right, and beautiful, beautiful product right here. And I like it without the sealer. This is their dead flat without the sealer, right? Very flat, not much sheen, beautiful color comes through, right? Then we come over here to the General Finishes, their Enduro 2K product, right? And right next to it is the Renner 688. And for me personally, they look almost identical to sheen and everything, right? If I'm being honest here, I don't see much of a difference between these two products, right? They both are looking very, very similar, right? Very similar sheen, very similar color hue, how it's changing it, right? Beautiful products, right? And then lastly is Milesi. Now, there's two different Milesi products. This is one's the HGA 19, the other one's the HSA 6A product. And these products, both are natural effect, but you can see for yourself, look very, very different, right? Both of these are very different products. The way they end up looking on the wood, right? The way it affects the walnut, and you can see with the sealer and without, right? I like it with the sealer. I think it gives it more definition, right? And overall, beautiful, beautiful products, right? Now, which one did I end up deciding on? I ended up deciding on this one right here, the HGA 19, right? And here is an example of what it looks like. So I went ahead and I applied it onto this wall panel and this shelving, right? And you can see how it looks right here. And it doesn't have a lot of shine, right? The color is still quite natural. It's not dark, right? And I think it overall looks quite beautiful. Hey guys, after I filmed this, I thought of a few things I wanted to add to the video. So one thing I wanted to know is this is going to be part of a larger series where I'm going to go through and talk about the different products that I've tested here, right? Also, I'm going to be talking about the pros and cons of how they're applied and the durability behind them. Something to note, a lot of these products are professional level products, right? And some of them require specific PPE gear, right? I want to note that it's really important that you pay attention to that whenever you're going with any of these types of products. For example, the Milesi, the Renner products, those, and even the General Finish, right? Those 3 2K products have isocyanates in them. So your standard PPE gear really shouldn't be what you use, right? A respirator, a standard respirator. You should be using a supplied air, right, system. On the flip side of that, if you went with, let's say, for example, this Target Coatings MCAP product, it doesn't have isocyanates in it, right? So you can just use a standard respirator and have no problem, right, applying the finish. Most of these products are applied with a spray gun, right? The oil-based products, you apply them by hand. Some other ones you can even apply them out of a spray can, right? So that's something to note. I'll be going into that a lot more depth. I'll be going into all the products. It's coming in the future. So that's a little sampling of the testing that I've been doing with the different top coat products on this walnut project. Going to end up going with the Milesi on this particular project, but I do have all these other products, right? I paid for them. I bought them with my own money. Not going to throw it away, right? So other projects will be coming. We'll be using these other products and on other projects. Also, I will be doing some testing, right? I want to see the durability. These are, for the most part, 2K products. All the polyurethanes are definitely 2K products, right? And I do want to do some testing with that. All of them I've seen great things from them online, but I want to do my own sample tests, right? For the top of the bench, of the top of the cabinets, right? It's going to be a solid block of wood, right? And so that's going to be finished with the hard wax oil, right? Either Rubio Monocoat, General Finishes, Woka. A decision hasn't been made there yet, but that will be a hard wax oil, as that is very durable for tabletops, countertops, things of that nature that get a lot of abuse, right? Not saying these other products aren't durable, but those products, they instead of sitting on top of the wood, they go into the grain, so it gives it a little bit more durability. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me your thoughts on which one that you like the most, right? And what other tests you'd like to see. Thank you.